Hello everybody. What you see here is a 52-inch Carroway spinner, model EF100. This fan I got from a fellow fan collector, John Connolly. He has a channel on YouTube, um, and I will link his channel in the description, and he sold this fan to me. Um, I have been looking for a 52-inch version of this one ever since I had the 36-inch version, which you can see in the background right there, right behind it. And that has appeared in many of my ceiling fan testing videos in the background, so it's kind of become a sort of an icon in my videos, so to speak. Um, and this is the large version of that one. So, yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, start off comparing this one to the other one. So, first of all, they're both brown, both the same exact finish. Um, the Yeah, they both have the same like shape of motor, except the 36-inch one is obviously a bit smaller. It's thinner. The 52-inch one is a lot thicker. And I'm not entirely sure who like the OEM for these were. I'm not sure if Carroway themselves were the OEM, or maybe they. I thought that TAT was the OEM, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Yeah, so this one just has a little bit larger motor. Now, these motors were also used in HRS industrials, from what I understand. Carroway was the OEM for those. So the HRS industrials use these same motors, and Carroway also had industrials of their own that they sold. Um, they were white, I think. I don't think they came in this brown finish. Um, and all the spinner models, like the residential spinner models like this, and the small one, I think they only came in brown, because I don't think I've ever seen another one in another finish. Now this one did not come brand new in the box, but it is in like basically mint condition. It's in really good condition. I don't know who had this fan last, but they took really good care of it. Whoever got it before John. Um, so yeah, it's in really nice condition. The blades have a little bit of scratches on the edge, like on the edges of the blades, which isn't a huge deal. Um, yeah, and then I added that tassel pull chain extension when I got it. So I got it complete except for the mounting bits, so like the double claw or whatever it would have had, and the canopy screw. So everything else was there. So I'm very, very happy that he gave it to me in such a good condition. So now I'm actually going to take the camera off here, and like in the code up video, I'm going to compare this larger model to the smaller 36-inch model, which I don't think you've seen up close in a really long time. So first of all, you can see that the nose on this one is more generic. It's like kind of chunky. It's got the Casablanca style cap with the two screws. This one's nose is almost like those 42-inch crest models. It's kind of very cylindrical. Actually, it's almost like a Emerson nose, like from the 1895 series. It's got this weird cap that has a plug on it, so it is light kit adaptable. The funny thing about this one I forgot to mention, it only has two wires for coming out of the down rod, so I'm not sure if it is light kit adaptable. I haven't taken the nose cap off to check out whether it has wires in there. I assume it does, because for one, it's got the plug there, and two, I mentioned that these came in boxes, and on the box they had a picture of one of these with a, I think, 5-arm light kit with these big round globes, and no one has ever found one of those light kits to this day, as of this recording. So hopefully someday someone will find one of those light kits, because they are really cool, and I think they'd look really good on this fan. Anyway, back to the comparison here. So the nose is different. The blade arms, on this one they're very generic. Actually, they're identical to that of the Northman spinner that I have. So they're pretty generic, just like mini crescent arms. And this one has much more intricate blade arms. They're kind of, ornate. I'm not really sure how to describe that design. almost like a cloud or something with a little heart at the top, or a spade or something. I don't know. Very cool. The blades themselves on this one are also, again, pretty generic. They have stencil, that's also generic, the generic faux oak pointed tip. These are, I believe, solid. I'm not sure what kind of wood, but I think it's teak or walnut, possibly. Um, Probably teak. But they are plain on both sides. No stenciling or anything, and they are flat-ended instead of pointed-tipped, which I think looks a lot better on the larger model. If it had pointed tip, it would look kind of funny. The canopy obviously is different on this one. It has a generic ball socket canopy. I think this one actually did come a little bit later, which would explain that. This one has the bell canopy, the older style, and I believe they did have later ones that had the ball socket canopy and the later generic mount. I like the bell canopy a lot better, obviously. Yeah. So, oh, and then I also guess I can. Well, I'll show the label later. This one also has an upside down reverse switch, like almost every single fan I've gotten recently. So, yeah, the anomaly continues with the upside down reverse switches. Once again, I'm not sure if that's factory or if somebody's been in it, but I'm gonna guess it's factory. So I'm gonna put the camera back down, and I will show you the fan running. All right. So let's start the fan up on high speed. And these top mount spinners are kind of childhood for me. You know, my aunt and uncle's old house had those codeps. So these sort of brown four-bladed top mount spinners, they are kind of sentimental for me, so I do like these a lot. That's why I have so many of them installed in my shop here. So it's not like, I wouldn't say it's spinning super fast. It's not a super fast, super high RPM motor, but it does have very steeply pitched blade arms. And it is moving a very decent amount of air. The motor is cast aluminum, by the way. I forgot to mention, just like the little one. So it's kind of heavy, but it's not as heavy as a cast iron one, obviously. And I did balance it as well. When I got it, it had a little bit of wobble. I got it almost perfect. I'm like, I might try to do it a little bit, get it a little bit better after the video stops. Because it is almost perfectly balanced. I'm very proud of that. It does have a little bit of bearing noise too, I noticed. I might need to give it a drink of oil. It's not super terrible. Do medium. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention, I had quite a time figuring out how to mount this thing. For some reason, I'm not sure if the down rod is like a different size or something. It must be, because I think it's like, standard is, I think, a half an inch. That might be, yeah, this one's a half an inch, I think. And all my standard half an inch down rod or balls did not fit. Like, they would not go on. So I actually broke one of them. It was a spare Lasco ball I had, so it's not a huge loss. But still, I just don't understand that. So I ended up having to use the mount from my Moss Tropical Breeze Deluxe, which thankfully worked. That was after I tried the one from the Moss TAT UFO spinner, which didn't work, because I couldn't find the double claw for that one. I gotta straighten up down here, because I don't know where everything is. But anyway, that's medium. It's... the bearing noise is kind of loud. But it's definitely not as bad as that white Evergo. Yeah, so that's low speed. Okay, it's pretty quiet on low speed. It's a little bit fast. Still feeling a breeze from it, so it's a functional low. It is very nice. Yeah, it's pretty much dead silent. Okay. Oh, back up to high. Almost forgot we gotta do spin down. Okay, that seems to be up to speed. Spin down. Okay, there's just a little bit of kickback, so those bearings might be better than I thought. I might still give them just a little bit of oil because it seems like they are noisy. But, flip it to reverse. I don't know what is going on upstairs, and I apologize for all that noise, but let's turn the fan to low. Okay, I believe that's up to speed. Medium. I have a feeling the wobble is going to be worse, judging how it's already wobbling. And high. Well, maybe not. Actually, I don't think there's any wobble at all. Interesting. So there was more wobble on medium and none on high. Very interesting. It may be self-balancing when it's on high. I'm not sure, but very cool. Alright, and I think the last thing I needed to show was the tag on top of the motor, which I've got to get my step stool over here because somebody moved it. But you get to see the fan up close again. I don't think I forgot to mention anything else besides this. Oh yeah, while I'm up here, well, first of all, there's the tag. Carroway model number EF100. Carroway Enterprises Limited, made in People's Republic of China. It's rated, I guess, 0.68 amps. And I don't know, there's no date code or anything, so I don't know when it was made. I don't know what that is. But the other thing I forgot to mention, notice all these letters here on the blades, arm, and motor. Those are so you match the blade to the arm with the letter, and then you match that to the spot on the motor. So it's entirely coded, so you always put the blades on in the same order whenever you dismantle the fan and put it back up, which for me is many times, so that's very helpful. I guess to keep the fan balanced when should you ever have to take it down and put it up again somewhere, I guess. So, whoa, just hit my head on the other fan that was spinning, whoops. Anyways, I don't know if this one, yep, this one has it too. The blade lettering system. Alright, I'm gonna back up here and try not to hit my head again. But anyway, I think that is just about it for this video. So that is the Carroway 52-inch spinner, as well as some cameos from the 36-inch Carroway spinner. So once again, thank you to John for giving me this fan, and thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.